Experience Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania in 3D.
Scott Lang, you have a daughter. You're an Avenger. But out here, you're out of your league.
On February 17th,
Kang's a monster. He can shatter existence.
an Avenger
I don't care what he can do. I'm getting us home.
must face a conqueror.
You may not want her to watch this.
I'm sorry, Cassie.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Experience it in 3D. February 17th. Rated PG-13. May be inappropriate for children under 13.
Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. This is your host, Debbie. Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. I'm your host, Debbie, and today we have a very special guest here, not in the studio with us, but via Zoom. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, Debbie. I am Dr. Tyrha Lindsey Warren, founder and lead producer of the Waco Family and Faith International Film Festival. Also, many people know me as a marketing professor at Baylor University at the Hand Camera School of Business, and I'm also the director of the Office of Industry Relations and Experiential Learning there as well.
Wow, I love that. You have a resume longer than any other, and it's fantastic finally getting to talk with you on the show.
Thank you.
First question I always ask everybody is, what brought you to Waco, or are you a Waco native?
Sure. So Baylor University brought me to Baylor. I actually started my career in Hollywood working for the likes of NBC, Creative Artists Agency, and spent the bulk of my time working for Quincy Jones, David Salzman Entertainment as a TV film studio executive. After that, I went on to a career as a marketing executive in New York City, working for the likes of the United States Tennis Association as their director of marketing. I was the public relations director for Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. And then I also led all of communications for Uniworld Group, which is the longest standing multicultural advertising agency in the United States. And while at Uniworld, I decided to do this crazy thing called get a PhD. And I was recruited by the provost at Rutgers at the time and started my doc program with a PhD in marketing. And Baylor interviewed me during the fall of 2016, and then shortly thereafter offered me the position of being a marketing professor at Baylor. And I started at Baylor in the fall of 2017. So that's what brought me to Waco.
Wow, I absolutely love that. And we're so glad to have you here in our community. You're doing wonderful things. And with that, so you're very, very knowledgeable in the film industry and have worked in marketing for so long. You actually started a film festival here. So tell me about that.
Sure. This is actually in 2023, my 10th anniversary of producing international film festivals, not only in the US, but around the world. I went to film school too. I went to film school at Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois, outside of Chicago. So I am extremely well versed in film and television. And so when I got to Waco, I had already been producing international film festivals for the likes of Bishop T.D. Jakes, as well as I produced the inaugural Over the Rhine International Film Festival in Cincinnati, Ohio. One of the lead sponsors there was Procter & Gamble. And so when I got here, I noticed that people really didn't come together, at least in my observation, as it relates to entertainment. And I hate to say this, but it's true. People or cultures were very much siloed, so to speak, meaning that African Americans did not necessarily cross the Brazos River. The Latinx community was kind of in a corner, and then Caucasians were everywhere else. And coming from cities that I have lived in, from Chicago to LA to Philly, DC, and New York City, I just was not used to that. My husband and we were not used to being the only African American couple at events or fundraisers and things of that nature. So I did some market research and was thinking about, could I bring a film festival here, knowing all the good things that a film festival can bring to a community, meaning that not only it can have a positive impact on the economic development of a city, but it can also bring people together, provoke thought, entertain, do a whole host of things. And so was thinking about that in 2018, and then in 2019 decided to try it and to try to bring this empowering type of film festival to Waco with the goal of having a cinematic celebration that shared our community, especially our shared humanity, with also the goal of leveraging the power of storytelling to open hearts and minds. And I always say, so that perhaps we can love on each other a little bit better, really see each other a little bit better, and kind of realize that we as fellow citizens on this planet are more alike than we are different. And I think Waco really needs that.
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. So you guys have been doing this since 2019, but this is the third year, right? Because you guys didn't do it during
No,
COVID.
this is the fourth
Fourth year.
year.
Okay,
Our
it is the
first
fourth
year
year.
was 2020.
Wow, that's fantastic. So this year you have a whole weekend of events planned out. Kind of tell me what all the things you have planned, all the things that we can see, and how we can get tickets and find out more.
Sure. Every year we keep growing and growing and growing and growing. And this 2023 year is no different. I am calling it the kickoff and the road to the fifth anniversary, which will be next year in
Yay.
2024. So we have a kickoff concert with Grammy Award winning band Azo Motley. We
Mm-hmm.
have a celebrity golf tournament that we do every year. This will be the third year for the Celebrity Golf Classic presented by Greg May Honda. And we have all kinds of wonderful NFL players coming to town. Ickey Woods, an all-star NFL player who played for the Cincinnati Bengals. He was here last year. He's coming back, and he's bringing some of his former Cincinnati Bengals players with him, like James Francis, who was a Baylor University football star, actually, and Joe Kelly, Santana Dotson, also another Baylor University football star. So we'll have a nice mix of celebrities at the golf tournament. We're doing our second annual fashion show because film is full of fashion, and we had a good time last year. And so this year, our 2022 Champions Award recipient, Deborah Konisberger, who's a celebrity stylist in New York City, is coming back to Waco. I think she's traveling tomorrow, actually.
Wow.
Is coming back to Waco to present a New York style fashion show in conjunction with our fourth annual Champions Award reception. Every year, we always bring in a class of Champion Award recipients who are what I call innovators as well as good disruptors in the entertainment, film, performing arts, music, and media industries. And so this year, we have another class of four. Locally, because we always recognize local personalities or local influencers, I guess I should say as well. Pete Souza and Keisha Lopez from Channel 10 will be our local Champions Award recipients. And Azo Motley, we are also giving an award to. And then the creators of The Proud Family on Disney Plus will also be a part of our awards recipients. Bruce Smith, who created The Proud Family, and Ralph Farquhar, who's the executive producer. And all of these people join the likes of Kevin Sorbo, who many know as Hercules, who was one of our Champion Award recipients in our first class. TV personality Gina Neely, star of the Food Network. She was also part of that class. Last year, we brought in John Schneider. Many people know him as Bo from the Dukes of Hazzard, and other people know him as Jim Cryer from Tyler Perry's Haves and Has Nots. We've also honored Ray Chu, who's the current musical director of Dancing with the Stars, and just so many more. So that's happening on Thursday, that particular reception for the Champions Award recipients fashion show at 7 p.m. at Art Center Waco. And then on Friday, we start our movies. We have our annual opening night at the movies at the Hippodrome Theater starting at 7:30. And making its Waco premiere is a wonderful independent feature film called Tomorrow's Game. And I say it's a mix between Back to the Future meets Fields of Dreams with an all Latin cast. It also stars well known comedian Paul Rodriguez. And in that film block, there will be other films that precede that feature film. And then on Saturday, we start a very, very full day, bright and early at 10 a.m. with our first annual Pitch Fest. One of my dear friends is a very senior level executive at A&E, specifically A&E Factual Studios, and she will be coming in from Hollywood to hear our fellow citizens here in Waco pitch their ideas for TV and film projects. And the winner of the Pitch Fest will receive a shopping agreement with A&E Networks. So that starts us off at 10. Then at 11:30, we stay at the Hippodrome with our Proud Family Marathon. The Proud Family is an Emmy Award winning animation series that was very groundbreaking for Disney Channel and continues to be so with Disney Plus. Actually, last Halloween, Jay-Z and Beyonce and their family actually dressed up as the Proud Family, which was super cool.
Yes.
So we're having a whole Proud Family Marathon on Saturday beginning at 11:30. And one of our community collaborators, which is the Waco ISD School District, will also premiere one of their students' short films during that particular film block. And then we'll show some episodes of the newest season of The Proud Family, which launches February 1st. It's actually called The Proud Family Louder and Prouder on Disney Plus. We'll show some episodes of that, and then we'll show their full-length movie. And then we'll have a talk back with Bruce and Ralph, the creators of the show. After that, we move on to the Regal Cinemas / Hollywood Theaters in Woodway, and we will be showing 20-something independent films there. Plus our closing night movie. We have a wonderful dance movie featuring acclaimed modern dance company in New York called the Battery Dance Company. And then also very excited about showing a wonderful movie called What Remains, which actually was Anne Heche's last performance. She, if you are aware of who Anne Heche is, she died tragically and unexpectedly last year, all of a sudden. And so we have the movie with her last performance, which is amazing. And then we also have some wonderful short films and feature films and animation films that we will be showing throughout the entire festival. And then we close out Saturday night with a fantastic closing night party at the People Bar restaurant. With our awards section, we will announce the winners of our independent film competition there. And then we have another first, which is our Penguin Cigar Lounge experience. If you're familiar with Batman and one of his evil cohorts, or whatever you want to call it, the Penguin. Well, the Penguin smokes a cigar. He always had something in his mouth, and I'm calling it a cigar. And so we're going to have a fun cigar lounge experience for those who like to take in a cigar or two. So it's something for everyone. I always say this film festival targets ages 8 to 88, and you can really have a good time with your family as well as meet new friends.
Yeah, this sounds like an amazing community event where everybody can get involved, and is going to be full of a star-studded cast of amazing people coming to our community. I love that Waco is kind of like a mixing pot, so we can kind of get opinions and diverse life experiences from everybody, and then they just end up coming to us and getting to share those experiences with us. What would you say is the main mission behind the film festival?
Well, we have a mission, which is that we are dedicated to empowering the creative spirit, serving with heart, and celebrating all. And that's what we do every year, not only with our film festival, but also with our events throughout the year. Every summer, we present a community barbecue and backpack event that distributes free backpacks with school supplies here in the Waco community, as well as in Cincinnati, Ohio, which is where I'm originally from. We also have a annual toy drive that we do every December, and we continue to grow with our programs.
Wow, I absolutely love hearing that. And that mission just resonates so well with what we want to do here in the community as well. And again, just sharing what you guys have going on and making sure people can come and hang out and get these opportunities to, again, meet these amazing people and just get a whole plethora background of diverse lives and hearing people's stories, especially when it comes to independent films and all kinds of stories in that aspect. Right now, we'll just take a break real fast for a commercial and then we'll be right back. And now for a word from our sponsors.
911, what's your emergency?
Do you hear that? It's coming from the house.
It's coming from inside the house? Do you mean? Could it be?
The Poltergeist. New from Rogue Media. Two haunted hotties talking about haunted places. Every episode we dive deep into the darkest places and give you a bit of history.
We're getting spooky in all the right places.
You've gobbled your last ghoul.
Follow along for the craziest and spookiest stories with Debbie's Dark Tourism. The Stanley Hotel,
Winchester House,
The Alamo,
Hotel Monte Vista,
and more spooky places. Find us at _Poltergals. POLTERGALS.
Look over your shoulder. It's us,
The Poltergals. Wherever you consume the podcast, you can find us there.
Hi, this is Sarah,
And I'm Carter.
and this is Some of Our Thoughts.
We're two Southern sommeliers, and we want to share everything we love and know about wine. We started hanging out during quarantine and cooking and drinking and listening to music, and we just thought this would be a great way to bring everything we know to you guys.
We will make wine knowledge and food pairings easy and approachable. So put on your favorite vinyl, grab your favorite glass of wine, tune into our show, and let's have some fun.
Wine and vinyl. So check us out on roguemedianetwork.com or wherever you get your favorite podcast. We'll be talking about a lot.
Welcome to One Star Rewind, a new podcast about those dreaded one-star reviews that every business owner hates to receive, but yet every customer loves to read. During this podcast, we will peel back that one-star review to better understand how it happened, when it happened, and what the business owner is doing after receiving that one-star review. This podcast will be about love, hate, and laughter. On One Star Rewind, we will meet with real business owners who will tell their stories and how they do rely on reviews for their business. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or download us at roguemedianetwork.com. Please subscribe, but only rate and review for not a one-star review. Join us each time for a new review and a new story.
And now, back to the episode. And we're back. So we were just talking about the mission behind the film festival and how much you guys give back to our community through programs like backpack drives and just giving back to even your own hometown. Why do you think it's so important that we're having this film festival here in Waco right now?
Like I said earlier, it's about bringing people together because people here, at least in my observation, are really, really siloed when it comes to entertainment. And you don't have to be. You don't have to stay at home. You don't have to just be around, one type of group. You can congregate with all kinds of people and still have a wonderful time outside of football.
Yes, very much so.
Or sports. So, and also given the backdrop of a lot of things that are happening in the state of Texas in terms of TV film production. Texas continues to grow in that area. I'm actually vice chair of the Waco Convention and Visitors Bureau Commission, which is a part of the city of Waco, and have been on that commission for about 5 years now. And I continue to learn more about how Texas, and specifically Central Texas, is continuing to grow and increase as it relates to TV film production.
Yeah, that's
So
fantastic.
this is beyond just, Magnolia. There's just a lot of filming going on here. And to that point, the winner of our grand jury prize for best feature film in 2020, Vision Vehicle Studios, actually moved all of their TV film productions from LA to Waco in the fall of 2020 and started shooting their first Waco-based movie in November of 2021. And they're currently shooting a Christmas movie based here in Waco right now. And so when you talk about our festival's impact, I thought perhaps we would see it later, but we're seeing it immediately with our filmmakers like Vision Vehicle Studios, headed by Victor Hawks and Malcolm Goodwin, because they're hiring all Waco people, not only those acting in front of the camera, but also those behind the camera. So to me, that's why Waco. Why not Waco? There's a lot of talent here. There's a lot of talented people that want to get involved in TV film production. So why not Waco?
It's so amazing. And I absolutely love that. That's so fantastic. And speaking of growth, what is something you would like to see more of in our community?
I am a strong supporter as well as philanthropist of the arts. And so for me, continuing to grow in this community would be, a continued stronger art scene. I am working with Fiona Bond and Creative Waco in regards to bringing dance to Waco, specifically concert dance, which is my background when I was the PR director for Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater in New York, and just have been around dance globally in my career. And a lot of people can benefit from the power of dance, especially young people. And dance, just has so many benefits to young people in terms of posture, how you hold yourself, just so many countless benefits that that's one thing that I would like to see brought to Waco. More high quality arts fair, as well as some dance.
Wow, I absolutely love that. And I can see that in your work. I actually run Cultivate 712, so it's kind of fantastic getting to see like-minded people in our community getting involved and getting active and really driving others to get active and get involved. If people are interested in getting active and getting involved, how can they find out more information?
Sure, they can just visit wacofilmfest.org, wacofilmfest.org. And all the way down on our homepage is an area that you can type in your email and get in touch with us. And we'd love to hear from you.
Yep, that's perfect. And of course, give us all of your social medias, where we can find more information about you, plug everything.
Sure. So for me personally, I am on IG, Instagram, as well as Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn at Tyrha Lindsey. And then for the film festival, we are on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as well at Waco Film Fest.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today. I really just want to say thank you again for your time. And I'm so glad we were able to have this meeting, despite the weather. So I'm so glad we were able to do that. And thank you again. Is there anything else you wanted to share with our listeners today?
Sure. You asked me about shout outs.
Mm-hmm.
And, I always like to shout out TFNB, Your Bank for Life. They were the ones when no one else saw my vision. They did, David Littlewood and Jason Lavender. So kudos, and always sending them a shout out. And then all of our sponsors for the film festival, we continue to grow. And then all of our collaborators too. We collaborate with a lot of folks here in Waco to get this film festival off the ground. So from Waco ISD to the McLennan County NAACP to Arts Center Waco, and I can go on and on. And my husband, Sydney Warren, who is my partner in this journey. So those are my shout outs.
I absolutely love that. I always tell people they can shout out their mom, their dog, or their grandma. So I think you got covered almost everything involved. Well, thank you again for your time. We are definitely looking forward to the festival. And don't forget to go get tickets. They're online. Get your tickets, guys. You are not going to want to miss out on this amazing event happening here in our community. I just wanted to thank you again. And again, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Find us everywhere on all social media platforms, KNOW_Waco. Check us out at roguemedianetwork.com, and we're on YouTube under Rogue Media Network. Check out nowaco.com.